we should firstly take care of ourselves. This will enable us to give more aid to countries in need. Solving Europe's economic crisis would also help to eradicate poverty, still striking more than 1.2 billion hungry children. Thus helping this would have a much bigger impact. The main idea that we proposed is to invest in development of infrastructure, which means investing in small businesses, and this would lead to the expenditure of businesses and thus to the creation of jobs. Giving money is simply not good enough. We also have to educate people, and this is how we can achieve universal poverty eradication. We've also talked about how advertising can be a major benefit for development of third world countries. By advertising, we can make people aware of the situation in third world countries. But again, we need to take care of ourselves and solve the economic crisis.
I think we all forgot that our ancestors fought for this right. They fought for this right to vote. They fought for it, they died for it. And now we take it for granted that we are able to vote, but it's actually not. It's a privilege. And I think people should make use of it. And we need to remind them, we need to encourage them, and through real information, true information. But how we can achieve that also, not only by shutting the door for politicians and donating money to newspapers, but we can also do that through unclassifying government documents. Sometimes people start watching news or reading newspapers. Why? Because they don't know who to believe. But just imagine how it would be like if you would have access to all government documents. Just imagine how it would be like if you could see where your tax money is going at, where you see where it's going to spend at. And that was actually our basic idea, a Freedom of Information Act, where all governments have to open their archives and their documents to the citizen of the European Union. And it's not only their right, but it's the obligation to the European Union that their citizens are well informed and that they have to make sure that there's no disclosure. A well-informed citizenry is the lifeblood of a democracy. And in all arenas of government, information, particularly timely information, is the currency of power. I believe that freedom of information is so vital that only the international security, and only the international security, not the desire of public officials or private citizens, should determine when it must be restricted.
You said you want to open all the documents to public. There's a problem. Do you actually think that anyone would read them? Why do you think that someone will have enough time to go through, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of pages of this? No one cares about this, I think.
When the whole stuff with Snowden came out, where all those documents were revealed to the public, wasn't whole Europe screaming, the whole world? Weren't there actually being involved the first time since a long time in those international affairs? If they open those archives documents, of course there will be maybe people who won't read it, but I promise you, I'm almost to 99% sure that there will be people who will be interested, a lot of people who will actually read those and try to understand those and, yeah, maybe go vote.